Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. The Nyesom Wike lawmakers, who have been all over the place since the Supreme Court ruling recently, in which Governor Simi Fubara withdrew his appeal against them, have been finally humbled by the Federal High Court, reminding them that the Supreme Court never returned them as authentic lawmakers of Rivers State. Remember that shortly after Governor Fubara withdrew the case, withdrew the appeal, the lawmakers, Pro-Nyesom Wike lawmakers who defected from APC, from PDP to APC, went to town, speaking through Martin Amaewhule, who is their speaker, to claim that the Supreme Court has finally restored them, that they are the authentic lawmakers in Rivers State, and that the governor must represent the budget of 2024 and even 2025 to them. Now, the Federal High Court has humbled them. They have eaten the humble pie, because it means that the interpretation of that Supreme Court ruling by Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, had always been the most authentic interpretation of what came out from the Supreme Court. That's what we're going to look at in this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, the Federal High Court, sitting in Port Harcourt, has on Monday, February 17, 2025, told Martin Amaewhule and Victor Oko-Jombo. Now, these are two speakers of different houses of assembly of Rivers State. One is authentic and belongs to and supports the governor, Simi Fubara. The other one, they are the ones that defected from PDP to APC, loyal to Nyesom Wike. Now, the High Court in Port Harcourt has told these two speakers to wait for the Supreme Court decision before litigating further in similar matters in other courts. Now, this was as Victor Oko-Jombo, the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, that is loyal to Governor Simi Fubara, approached the Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt, seeking its interpretation on the status of Martin Amaewhule and 26 other lawmakers that defected to the All Progressive Congress from the People's Democratic Party on December 11, 2023. The courts, presided over by Justice E.A. Obile, after listening to the arguments of counsels in the matter, adjourned the 30th day of April 2025 for adoption of parties' written addresses, hinting that by the next adjourned date, the suit pending before the Supreme Court would have been decided upon. The judge said, given the fact that the case pending before the Supreme Court were similar to the one before him, he will not share proceedings and jurisdiction with the Apex Court. Justice Obile said once the Supreme Court concludes its ruling, he will issue all parties hearing notices to return to the court. He said it was important to await the decision or the decisions of the Supreme Court to know the extent of his decision. Now, that was the position of Justice Obile at the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt over the status of Martin Amaewhule-led State House of Assembly. Now, if you look at what the judge said in that adjournment, first, he said, the matter you brought before me about the status of Amaewhule and 26 others are already before the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is here to make a decision on them. So I cannot stand here now and make a decision on them. Now, what does that mean? It means that the Nyesom Wike people were spreading propaganda after the Supreme Court ruling in which Governor Simi Fubara withdrew his appeal on their status about the presentation of the budget of 2024. Remember that Governor Simi Fubara withdrew his appeal at the Supreme Court over the status of these lawmakers. By withdrawing the case, Simi Fubara and his lawyer said, Yusuf Ali, they said, look, the matter has become academic. It has been overtaken by events about the status of these lawmakers, the presentation of 2024 budget, that the 2024 budget is already passed. The money had been spent. So what is the point of proceeding with the appeal? They withdrew the case because it had already been overtaken by events. But that was not what Nyesom Wike lawmakers went to town telling Nigerians. Martin Amaewhule, the speaker of the defected lawmakers, was everywhere on television selling the story that he has been restored, thanking the Supreme Court for restoring him and recognizing him as the authentic speaker, and the house he is presiding over as the authentic house. That was not what the Supreme Court ruled. Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, was very clear on the interpretation. He was in court, and I doubt if Martin Amaewhule was in court, but Femi Falana was in court, and Femi Falana was specific on what the court decided, and that the court never restored Amaewhule as speaker. The court never restored the House of Assembly that he is leading. What the court did was to allow Governor Fubara to withdraw the case because they had been overtaken by event. And then the lawyers of the lawmakers demanded for some compensation for the time they spent in the matter. Because Fubara withdrew it, it didn't allow the case to conclude. The court put a fine of about 4 million or thereabout against Governor Simi Fubara. And that was it. But the story around town by the Pro-Wike lawmakers, who in the usual APC propaganda are always good in spreading their own interpretation of anything to suit them. They were everywhere saying that the Supreme Court has restored them. Now, if the Supreme Court had restored them as they claim after the withdrawal of Fubara's appeal, this High Court judge would have taken note of it that would have told them, look, this matter you brought for me now, this matter before me on this day of the Lord, February 17, has already been decided a few days ago by the Supreme Court that Amaewhule is the authentic speaker, that Amaewhule-led assembly is the authentic house. By this interpretation by Justice Obile, it was clear now to everyone that Femi Falana had been right all along about the interpretation of that verdict from the Supreme Court. And Femi Falana was right also that they are still waiting for the Supreme Court and even lower courts to deal on some of the issues pertaining to the status of Nyesom Wike lawmakers. That was the clearest evidence that no one has restored Martin Amaewhule led House of Assembly. I think this verdict by the Federal High Court, this is not Rivers State High Court, Federal High Court, Port Harcourt, has now put to rest the claim that the last Supreme Court ruling restored them back to authenticity. What is left, and all eyes are now on the Supreme Court to deal with the matter, how the status of Martin Amaewhule and Oko-Jombo. Oko-Jombo right now is believed to be the authentic speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, the House of Assembly in which Governor Simi Fubara presented 2024 budget and 2025 budget, and Nyesom Wike lawmakers have been kicking. So what have you to say about this? Let's hear from you at the comment section on the tendency of Nyesom Wike lawmakers to be misinterpreting what the Supreme Court said about some of the issues they are interested in, and what we make out from Femi Falana, who has shown to be always right in his interpretation of some of these matters. What have you to say about this tendency to mislead the people and mislead the media about what the Supreme Court says? What is your position on this? Let's hear from you at the comment section. But one thing is clear. This High Court judge has shown that Amaewhule and the other lawmakers, 26 other lawmakers who are Nyesom Wike, have not been restored. What have you to say about this? Let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.